Hey, my name is Jamila Delaba, and I am going to be talking about why I believe you should not smoke cigarettes. I have worked in the medical field for about 11 years, and I have seen a lot of different side effects from cigarettes. So it's not just something that I think, it's things that I know. I've seen cases as far as, kids started smoking at 12 and stopped at 20, and now they're 60 and have side effects from smoking cigarettes. I had looked at some things on the cancer.org, and the things that cigarettes are made out of. And cigarettes, they're made out of dried tobacco leaves, and they're made with about 70 different additives. Those are different things that they use, different chemicals that they use. They actually use about 140 different chemicals, but about 70 of them can cause cancer, and that's what they call carcinogens. They cause cancer, and some of the chemicals that they use that you may have heard of, they use nicotine that causes cancer, lead, ammonia, radioactive elements, and carbon monoxide. The radioactive element, I kind of researched that a little bit because I really wasn't sure what that was, and that is actually what they use for the tobacco. It's how they make the tobacco. It's fertilizer and soil, and they burn it, and depending on how much soil and how much fertilizer they use is how toxic it could be, the tobacco could be. And that's what's harmful to your lungs, is the fertilizer and the soil being burnt, and how toxic it can be because you really don't know what they're using in it. A lot of people think that cigars are better. It's not that cigars are better. It's the paper doesn't burn as fast as cigarettes, but it's still very harmful. It was another debate of the smokeless cigarettes. I can't think of the name of it, but the vapes is what it's called. Those are also very harmful. They still have nicotine in them. They promote them more only because they have less nicotine in them, and they have not, per the CDC, they have not been approved to help someone quit smoking. It may stop you from smoking. It may stop some people. It may reduce your smoking, but it has not been proven to actually stop your smoking. These carcinogens that you're inhaling, they can cause different serious illnesses to your bodies. They can cause respiratory illnesses. They can cause lung illnesses. They can cause heart attacks. Just even secondhand smoke. You're sitting in a car with somebody, or you're talking to somebody and they're smoking, and the smoke that they're blowing out, and you're breathing in that secondhand smoke. I also learned that there's a third-hand smoke that is also harmful. Third-hand smoke is, you go to your friend's house and they may smoke and you don't smoke, and you're touching the tables that they may have touched. Now you have that nicotine on your hands and you're putting it in your mouth. Or, you're hugging your friend that just went outside and spoke, and they're coming back in, and you give them a hug and you're inhaling what's on their clothes. That's third-hand smoke, which I did not know that was a such thing. But inhaling that can cause, just inhaling secondhand or third-hand smoke can cause you heart problems, can cause lung problems, can cause respiratory problems. What happens when you're smoking is the cigarette smoke, it causes the blood vessels in your body to thicken, and these blood vessels, they start to thicken, but then it also starts to narrow them out. When it starts to narrow them out, it makes it hard for the blood to go through your veins, which causes your blood pressure to elevate. When your blood pressure begins to elevate, that's when it becomes dangerous for you to have a stroke. You can have a stroke, or you can have a heart attack, and then you could potentially die. That's another health risk, and a side effect of also smoking. You can also get lung cancer. I know you've seen the commercials with people that have trachs. You get that from just inhaling the smoke. You can cause damage to your esophagus, your trachea, your throat. You can get any kind of cancer with smoking. Smoking kind of opens your body, introduces it to any type of cancer. It gives you you're at a higher risk of getting any type of cancer. Per the CDC, 1 in every 5 deaths in the United States is caused by smoking. Whether it's lung cancer, throat cancer, heart attack, stroke from a smoker, it's called 1 in every 5 deaths in the United States is caused by smoking. So we could talk about the benefits. The benefits to not smoking. As I said in the beginning of the video, there are times that I've seen people that smoke for a long time and they stopped, and then 20 years later they developed something because they did smoke prior at a younger age. But risks. There are risks that can come down. One of the risks is, in the first year that you quit smoking, after you smoke for a long period of time, in the first year, your risk for heart attacks comes down, which is a good thing. Once you quit smoking between years 2 and 5, then the risk for stroke, mouth, lung, and esophagus cancer, that also comes down at a higher rate. By year 5, within year 5, those signs are split in half. The signs of those cancers are split in half. 10 years out of zero smoke, not smoking, lung cancer, it's cut in half. Your risk of getting lung cancer is cut in half. So there are benefits to not smoking. You live a long, healthy life. You're able to exercise. You're able to breathe. You're able to be there for your kids and your family. So if you are a smoker, there are ways to stop. There are hotlines you can call. There are patches you can wear. You can try the smokeless one that I talked about earlier. Like I said, the CDC did say, it's not proven to stop, but it can reduce you from smoking. So, thank you.
Harmless bit of fun, but occasional social smoking means that you're up to 4 times more likely to become a regular smoker than your non-smoking friends. You're also just as likely to have yellow, stained teeth, bad breath, and lower fitness levels. If that doesn't persuade you to quit, then think of all that money you're wasting. A packet of 20 cigarettes now costs more than a tenner. Sure, wouldn't you be better putting that towards those new shoes? Or towards your next holiday? For lots more help and support, click here, spunout.ie.